Hello friends, in this lecture we will solve two problems on avoiding slope overload distortion in a delta modulation system. The first problem is as follows. Consider a sinusoidal signal m of t equal to a cos omega m t applied to a delta modulator with a step size delta. What is the maximum allowable amplitude the signal m of t can have to avoid slope overload? So the given signal is m of t equal to a cos omega m t, where omega m is the angular frequency in radians per second, and that m of t equal to a cos 2 pi fmt, where fm is the frequency of the sinusoidal signal in hertz. For such a sinusoidal signal to avoid slope overload in a delta modulation system, the slope of the delta modulated wave or the staircase function delta by ts, where delta is the step size and ts is the sampling interval, it must be greater than or equal to the maximum magnitude of the slope of the message signal, maximum of mod of dmt by dt, and it is equal to maximum of the absolute value of, now dmt by dt is minus a omega m sine omega m t, and that is equal to a omega m. So in order to avoid slope overload, the amplitude a must not exceed delta by omega m ts. Omega m can be written as 2 pi fm, so delta by 2 pi fm into ts, and because ts, the sampling interval, is the reciprocal of the sampling frequency fs, it can also be written as delta upon 2 pi into fs upon fm, since fs is equal to 1 by ts. So the maximum allowable amplitude as asked for in this problem, maximum allowable amplitude of the signal to avoid slope overload is equal to delta by 2 pi into fs by fm. Of course, it can be used in all of these forms as required in a given problem. This is an important result which one can memorize. Let us use this expression in solving a numerical problem. A voice frequency signal band limited to 3 kHz is transmitted with the use of a delta modulation system. The pulse repetition frequency is 30,000 pulses per second, and the slip size or the step size is 40 millivolts. Determine the maximum permissible speech signal amplitude to avoid slope overload. So what is given in this problem is the maximum frequency of the signal fm equal to 3 kilohertz. So that is the highest frequency component is 3 kilohertz. The sampling frequency fs is equal to 30,000 pulses or samples per second, and the step size delta is equal to 40 millivolts. What is asked is the maximum permissible speech signal amplitude, that is A max, that we have just computed. So A max is equal to from the previous problem, delta by 2 pi into Fs by Fm. Delta by 2 pi into Fs upon Fm. We just need to plug in the values. Delta equal to 40 millivolts, 40 into 10 to the power minus 3 volts upon 2 pi into Fs is 30,000 samples per second. So 30 into 10 to the power 3 samples per second upon Fm is 3 kilohertz, 3 into 10 to the power 3 hertz, and it works out to 63.67 into 10 to the power minus 3 volts, or that is equal to 63.67 millivolts. So if for the given delta modulation system, the message amplitude is kept equal to or lower than 63.67 millivolts, then the slope overload distortion will not occur. So I hope this problem is clear to you. Thank you.